Well, thank you, everyone. And like I said, I apologize for missing your presentation and really want to say I heard Mr. Casey's question and I couldn't agree more. We're hearing and seeing a lot more interaction in community events. And I know COVID has changed it, but this past Remembrance Day, we had a small event and I was absolutely amazed to see how many of our veterans that came from the Second World War, Korean War, some of them very elderly, and they were still there, and how hard it was for our cadets to not be able to go and help them walk closer. So I want to appreciate how these opportunities for us to remember are really challenged during this time. My question is, from the last committee meeting, we heard from Caitlin Bailey, the executive director of the Vimy Foundation, and she talked about the concern she had around overseas commemorations and sort of that mentality of if it's out of sight, it's out of mind, and making sure that Canada is proactive in providing sustainable funding for maintenance of memorials. I'm just wondering if you could give us a bit of an update and tell us if VAC is committed to ensuring that sustainable funding is there for the maintenance and upkeep of overseas commemorations, which I know we all agree are so important for us in our international reputation. And I leave it to you to decide who should answer.
Mr. Chair, yeah, I can start, and I would say I absolutely agree, and there are a number of challenges, as you can imagine, with having sites overseas. We have 14 sites. 2 of them are National Historic Sites, and so there are a number of organizations that we work with on a regular basis, and who continue. Some of them do approach us on an ongoing basis for additional funding, whether that be maintenance or interpretation. And so some of these are ad hoc, and some of them are more where there's a more ongoing. So, for instance, if we look at the Juno Beach Center, which is run by a non-governmental organization, we have an ongoing relationship funding for them. We're also, for some of the others, though, for instance, if you're talking about the Blaney Foundation, we do partner with them and provide funding really to enhance the experience for people that are either interested in Vimy, visiting Vimy. And Paul can maybe talk a little bit about some of the projects we got ongoing with them.
Very quickly, I will say, yes, I mean, the Juno Beach Center and Vimy Foundation are very key and important partners for us in the work that we do. I will say that we are working on a policy around third party and how to deal with that kind of ongoing asset management issue that we have. But we are working very well with both of them in terms of, even on the content development side. We've done some wonderful things with Vimy Foundation recently that they're working on in terms of exhibits and content for Vimy and Beaumont, for Vimy, and same with Juno Beach Center. They're very much aligned with our strategic plan and looking for opportunities for their own respective organizations to work with that. I know that's not part of your question, but I want to flag that the relationship is good with both of those key groups, and that we are working on a third party policy to kind of put some parameters around how that ongoing asset management issue is going to look and feel going forward.